a realistic pop. Think about this. Tesla, if Tesla can't even get through 870, and it was down 100 points, why do you think it's going to take off even farther? Okay, so don't do that. Just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Okay, and then there'll be an opportunity. Think about it. Tesla didn't move for 8 months. And then all of a sudden we had that move that we caught for 300 points. And everybody made their year, right? Everybody made their year. The other thing you want to see here, and this is a little bit different, guys. This is a little bit different. This is where Sam's ratios come into play. Okay, and I've taught you about ratios. So for new guys, let me tell you about ratios again. So every day, you create different ratios with yourself. So let's say SPX is up 10 and Tesla is up 2 in the first hour. And then you say, okay, if the ratio is going to work, if the SPX goes up 10 more, Tesla should go up 2 more, right? It's ratio. So then all of a sudden, SPX pops up 50. That's telling you Tesla should be up 10 because you have a 2 to 10 ratio, right? So if that happens, then you know that it's working, and it gives you a way to go buy something. Because then you say, oh my God, I like Tesla up 100 points. But if the SPX goes up 100, that's only telling you Tesla is going to go up 20. It's not going to go up 50. That's telling you it's relatively weak. Now, vice versa, if you look at it a different way and say SPX is up 10, but something is up, I don't know, say Amazon's up 10. That's saying every point SPX goes up, Amazon's going up 1. Now, this does not work. This is what I said earlier with Roth stuff, and my stuff is exactly the same. It doesn't work every day for the same ratio. I use a new ratio every single day, and I'll have 2 or 3 or 4. And it's not just with the SPX. I'll have ratios with Amazon's up 10, Shop's up 5. So that means Amazon goes up another 10. If Shop's up another 5, then it's working. And then if it stops working, you say, wait a second, now this is weaker. Amazon just moved another 20 and Shop didn't move. That's telling you Shop is weaker. And if the market is going up and Shop is weaker, as soon as the market goes down 10, Amazon goes down 10, Shop goes down 5, and boom, you caught one. This is ratio trading. Okay, so know this. I've been doing this for years. I do it all in my head. I don't write them down, and I have like 6 or 7 or 8 ratios going on all the time. Okay, and you find something that's moving correctly. But today, you want to watch AMD, NVIDIA, and Avago, because if the move up is real, the chips have to go. And if the chips don't go, it's telling you this whole thing is more temporary, and you're going to have another washout. Doesn't mean you have the washout today. Doesn't mean you have it tomorrow, but you have another washout coming. Okay? How long do you observe the ratio? I observe the ratio all day long, but I watch to see if the ratio is really working. What does that mean? So if SPX is up 10 and Amazon's up 5, I'm just making up numbers. If I look at it again in 10 minutes and SPX is up 20 and Amazon's up 10, okay, ratio is working. Let's just keep it going. And you just see how long it works. And if it's working nonstop, then you can say all of a sudden, wait a second, I think the SPX is going to go up 30 more. Then you can go out there and you can buy an Amazon call saying, oh my God, if it goes up 30 more, Amazon is going to go up 15. I can buy it for whatever price, let's say $5, and sell it for $7 in 2 minutes. And that's how one of the reasons Sam gets all these great buys and it moves instantaneously, because you can see what is strong and what is weak. Now, this is really simple to see a different way too, guys. If you're looking at SPX, and SPX is up 100 points, and Tesla's up 2, and you're going to go buy Tesla, you're basically telling yourself, if SPX goes up another 100 points, a monster day, and Tesla can only go up 2, why would you buy that? Why would you buy that? Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. So everything you do, you want to make sense. Okay, that's your little extra stuff for today. Okay, SPX down 16. It's been as up as much as 7 is all I've seen. Down as much as 20. You got 44.52. You got 4,500, and you got end of month. Okay, downside you got 43.91. You got 4,300 round number. You got 42.81. And you got 42.22 beast. If 42.22 breaks, you will crater. You will crater. Okay? Then we see. Okay? NOW. Very strong. This is one of the super strong stocks. So now, if you want to use a ratio, you can use a ratio on now because it's very strong, right? Stronger than everything else. So if the SPX opens up, so let's say it opens down 10, and NOW is down 2. That's true. If it drops another 10, drops another 2. But all of a sudden, an hour later, SPX drops 30 more, but NOW doesn't go down at all. That's telling you if the SPX goes up at all, NOW is going to move first. And you got to go find those. You got to go find those, okay? That's NOW, 561, 572. NVIDIA, 236, but there's another number here. There's a 244. Now, it's a ways away. But if it gets to 244, it can hit 272. Now, there's a couple other things happening with NVIDIA this week. You got AMD earnings tomorrow. If AMD earnings are good and it goes, so 2 things to look at AMD earnings, okay? 1, are the numbers great? If the numbers are great and it doesn't go up 25, I don't care. If it goes up 10, it's not good enough. Something that's down 40%, if it doesn't go up 10, is not good enough, okay? That's telling you the chips are still bad. Know this. Okay, know this. Okay, very, very interesting. So watch. If AMD is up 10 or 20, let's say it's up 20, NVIDIA should pop 250. If it doesn't, it's telling you there's a lot more selling coming, and not just NVIDIA, in all chips, and probably the whole market. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so it's NVIDIA, 244 huge, underneath 209 really bad. Apple's super strong, 171, 177, under 161 bad. AMD, let's see if this can get to 115 before the number. That would be nice. Lam Research, all about 591. And once again, we talked about Lam on Friday. We'll talk about it one more time here. In a period of unprecedented demand, let's say you own a company, Omid owns a company, and he has a warehouse, this monster warehouse. Omid's like Tesla. He's like Elon too. We'll call him Elon too. So he built a factory, and he has demand for 150% of his product, but he can't get the parts. Is he going to go build a second factory, lease stuff, buy all the equipment before he can get parts to even guide up for the quarter? That's what's happening with Lam Research. They have so much demand, but they can't even get the parts to get better revenue for the quarter. They can't even deliver what they delivered last quarter because of parts. I don't know how this fixes itself, because are they going to go build a new fab and spend a ton of money and say, oh, when we be able to get parts, we'll produce more? Well, what if that's a year? Think about this, guys. If you spend $1 billion and you pay interest on $1 billion, or let's say you use your own money and you're not paying interest, but now you're not getting interest on your money, you're not doing anything. Why would you do that if you can't get the parts to build the next thing. Now, people said this would be over in 3 months. We're going on 18 months of supply shortages. And now what I'm hearing is people say it's going to go into next year. Think about it. Interesting, right? Just know that. So fascinating. Okay? Abago, buyback, dividend hike, huge beat and raise, says everything's great, and it drops 125 points. Has to move first. GME, 91, 86 beast. If it hits 81, it could probably get to 50. Amazon, earnings coming. 2,600 down, 3,200 up. MDB, if you like the upside, then MDB was well over 500 and can really run on earnings. But here's the thing. Outside of NOW, nothing has gone up a lot on earnings. And NOW only moved like 60. It didn't go up 100. If something drops 250, it's not good going up 20 or 30. Microsoft, 313, big number. Netflix, Reed Hastings bought a lot for the first time. This one could actually get to 403 pretty fast today. Then we see. Now remember, Netflix talked about gaming, but they never did it. Are they about to add gaming into everything? Very interesting. Snowman, 272, 241. Shop should get over 930 in the first 2 hours if it's real. If it's not up more than 10 or 20, it's going to go to shit. It will lead going to shit. I'm telling you. Roku, 141, 126. UPST. This one was 400. Hit 86 the other day. Very weak. They haven't said anything. BNTX, a new strain, another new strain. You're going to get new strains forever. But here's the thing. Think about this. And I was thinking about this the other day. You're going on 3+ months of Moderna. These guys, all these guys telling you how good their companies are. We can protect you from everything. And 3 months later, they still don't have a vaccine for Omicron. Think about that. 3 months later. So what happens in a year if a whole new strain comes out again and it takes 6 months to just even develop the vaccine? Do we go through this for the next 10 years over and over and over and over again? Very possible. Didn't say it's probable, said it's possible. Moderna, 172 up, 132 down. Google earnings coming, nothing matters. Think about this. The 2900s are 7. 230 points up are 7. Wow. Now, one other thing to tell you about Google. Every time Google rips 100 or 200 points, it runs that day, it runs next day, and a week later, it's always down 50 points. All the time. Tesla, 900. Outside of 900, nothing matters. Chip shortages for all of 2022, I hear. Can you share the ratios you're watching? It changes. My ratios change every 5 minutes. Changes. Have to find something that works. Okay? SPX level, 4372, 4472 is the next real big one, and then 4500. Visa, great stock. Don't trade it. Just buy it. Buy it, then you know. Then we see. You have to find a ratio or something that's working. Okay? Everybody have a great train day. See you in chat. Let's see how we open up.